lot of smart people, and average, ordinary people, and it's the advantage of this job is that it still has benefits, and you can still have a middle-class lifestyle. I kind of fell into it, but I know people who actually wanted to do this. I know one guy who's been here for 30 years, and he's not ready to retire yet. So I just think that the misconceptions are that the people who do this don't really know a whole lot, or they don't have any other options. I'm a custodian. I work second shift, they call it, swing shift. We don't have a graveyard anymore. And what I do is I clean classrooms, bathrooms, and hallways for the most part. During the summer, they have us stripping and waxing floors. And there's actually more to it than most people think. It's not just cleaning. I mean, you gotta know your chemicals and not mix anything. And they give us classes, little hazmat classes and things about asbestos and how to handle toxic materials. So there's a lot more to it than just cleaning. I got into this because, well, I worked at Disneyland for 4 years, and most of that time was as a custodian. And I just kind of fell into it. I ended up living in my car for about 3 of those years, and I kind of got used to that. That wasn't like a big deal after. But I got into a car accident, smashed it back into my car, and I realized that I should probably, I have a house up here, or I had a house up here, a family house. And so I came up here, and what's really strange is I told myself, I'm going to be a custodian at Chico State. I met a lot of people that were living on the streets, and I also found out that there were more people living in their car, even who were working at Disneyland, than I suspected. There was even an article at the time about the mobile homeless, meaning the people who lived in their car or RV, or I knew a couple that lived in their RV. In the meantime, I saw an ad in the paper for a job here, and so I filled it out, and I forgot about it. And a month later, they called me, and I came in for an interview, and 2 weeks later, I was working here. So every year, they kind of talk to us about budget cuts and things like that, and there's kind of a climate of fear. It's not really big, because they can't really afford to let people go, but they're not really rehiring a lot of people, is what's happening. And, but every once in a while we hear, oh, well, we're going to farm out the work to an outside agency. That's never been serious, but it's rumors. And there's this little bit of anxiety that our jobs might be in danger, but it's not really a factor. I'm making plans to leave this job before the end, well, by the end of the year. I still have hopes to market my art, so I've been gradually working, but this takes a lot of energy out of you, so I usually save the art for the weekends. The art has become important. I don't have any responsibilities other than that. And I pulled out a lot of stuff from when I was in my 20s, and I look at it, and it's almost as though a different person had done it. I'm looking at that, and I'm thinking, well, is it going to pass the test of me looking at it 30 plus years later? And yeah, some of it does. Okay, so I wasn't deluding myself that I had the ability. So I'm going to go for it. And Harlan Ellison says success is realizing your childhood dreams at an adult level. So that's what I'm shooting for. I've been doing a lot of reading about this. It seems that the people who are clear about their goals get there faster. If you don't know where you're going, you're not going to get there. So at Disneyland, I would see these T-shirts. You get all kinds of T-shirts at Disneyland. And one that I would see frequently is inside this old man as a young man screaming, "What happened?" Because I still feel like I'm 12. And I actually think that's a good thing. It's a good thing to persevere and follow your dreams. That's what I think I'm about.